Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy, Sandro Tonali, was being touted as being one of Italy's greatest midfield talents. Remember the season he got a side promoted into the Italian top flight, 17 years of age, I think, and he was the mainstay in a team at that early age, playing in virtually every game and dictating the play. He stands out.
Bonds! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Botman gets across to intercept that. Now it's Barnes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Dani Olmo. It's played through for him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Pedri. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a loose ball. Not the most accurate pass. He has found the way through. He's had it taken off him. A couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Balde just loves to go forward whenever he can. That has not gone well. Quarter of an hour played. Looking for the run. Yamal providing and is having a shot! In he goes again! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has ended up in no man's land. Great vision. Gordon! Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That is a great pick out. Dani Olmo gets into some space. There's the header! Oh, taken with style! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well read, nice interception. Out to the left it goes. 30 minutes gone. Hall cuts out the pass. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Trippier. Well, that pass isn't the best. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Barnes. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Yamal. Botman simply refused to be outdone there. Can he get on the end of this? No, he is not giving anything away. No, he's just misjudged that one. Pedri. Now it's Dani Olmo. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. De Jong. And it's Pedri. Distributed tidily. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Shapes to shoot! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Aims beyond the defence. Eric Garcia. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Chance! Good strong hand by the keeper. De Jong, nicely spread. Fermin. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Yamal proves just a little... And there's the end of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Barcelona are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And we're underway again. Pope.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Fermin does have his name on the score sheet, of course. De Jong. Fermin. Eric Garcia. And it's Balde. And it's Pedri. And he's had it nicked away. Some resolute defending there. Dani Olmo wins the duel this time. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Tries to play it through. Always onto this. And a chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, a delicate chip through. Eric Garcia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Dani Olmo. Thiaw does really well to win the ball there. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Pedri. Balde. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That's a cute ball. It's a pretty loose pass. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, good-looking ball. Tonali makes the interception. He's in space and looking for options. He's gone for goal! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Lamine Yamal has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
No, that's been intercepted. Pedri, great defending, strong and determined. De Jong gets over and intercepts. Well, that's been cut out, well played. That's a good ball out wide. Hall. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. He's shifting through the gears here. He's under a lot of pressure there. He shifted it to the flank. Fermin. And he was quick to react. Gordon. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Ferran Torres. Lopez. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, the ball's run loose here. De Jong. Could go all the way here. There's the shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
De Jong is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Tonali played through into space. Gordon in acres of space out wide. Barcelona can consider themselves just about safe now. And he's found a way past. Plays a sharp little ball here. That's the keeper's ball. Into the last 5 minutes. Fermin. Played out to the left flank. And he plays one through. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He'll fancy himself from here. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Yamal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Gordon. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he finish? Just off target. And there goes the final whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Ferran Torres claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate.
Yamal! It's anyone's ball now. Knocks it into space. Forward it goes. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Vermin. That is good strength. It's played through for him. He is through here. Ferran Torres! Oh, good-looking ball. Well, that has not gone well. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this guy, Bruno Guimaraes, is going to be the man who I see as the one who brings balance to the team. I think when he's on the ball, yes, he can be a strong runner, but he's become a very central pivot now in making sure that he helps break lines going forward and denies line breaking for his defence. So he's become a big factor now in any team he functions in.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Now it's Dani Olmo. Now this could be a chance, and he's found a way past. Look at the space here. He's had a shot! Tonali. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
And he plays one through. Oh, he's burst through! He's come in hard. So it is still 0-0. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Eric Garcia calmly anticipates. Yamal in acres of space out wide.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
He's got away. Has a look and plays it forward. Couldn't squeeze it through. Barnes is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Out towards the flank. Has a shot! And that is wildly off target.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Pedri. Good purposeful running this. It's a really well-measured ball. No, it's come to nothing. And they're not going to make any further progress now. 30 minutes gone. Aims beyond the defence. Drives it in. There's the header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that is one way to stop him.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Good ball, good take. Tonali wins the duel this time.
This is the time you need that pace.
Barnes.
Pretty robust defending.
Barnes unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And a chance! Oh, good stop by the keeper. Deftly away. Yamal. Looking to play him in. And here's Dani Olmo. He's picked his way through. Takes a shot! And he's let fly. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. Yamal. Oh, easy pickings there. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Tries to play a decent chance! It's there! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Pedri is in a really good position. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Ferran Torres. De Jong, played out to the left flank. Nicely weighted ball. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he shoots! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Linton plays a sharp little ball here. Threads one in. Spread neatly. Hall just loves to go forward whenever he can. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, that pass isn't the best. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And it's Koundé. Good read, needed to be. That is ended up in no man's land. Pedri. He's having a go! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Hall kept his eye on it, and he's there. Not the most accurate pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
He has found the way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cross into the box. Pass somewhat off target. He's gone for goal! And that is a save of real quality. Not easy by any means.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's managed to get free. Dani Olmo crosses. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Thiaw makes the interception. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. De Jong.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
Barcelona really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going.
There's the shot! And that would have won it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Oh, that's fabulous. Chance for a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
Ferran Torres receives it in a good position here. Now then, the ball's come loose. Great chance! And it's in! Barcelona are back in business. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Gordon. And that's a good ball. Pedri. And it's De Jong. Pinches it off him. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And that has been clubbed away. And that's that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Barcelona certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
We have already started here. Eric Garcia has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Now it's Ferran Torres. Oh, played right into his path. He is through here. Now can he find a... And the shot! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Good ball, good take. Tonali, and it's Guimaraes.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Balde just loves to go forward when... Chance, surely! Just off target.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Barcelona. Oh no, what has happened here? Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Now it's Gordon. Hall threads one in. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's quick to get it clear again. Pedri, spread it left. That's the throw. Tonali does really well to win the ball there. No way through there. And it's Balde. Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through. Shoots! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Dani Olmo tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Trippier did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's a throw-in. And that's really well manoeuvred. He shifted it to the flank. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that has been cut short. And that has been slung wide. And he's managed to get free. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
He's in plenty of space here. Oh, he's been caught napping!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Trippier.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Balde. Oh, good spread. Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. Can he get on the end of this? Dani Olmo is in a really good position out wide. It is a corner.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. And he's had a hit! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. That pass isn't the best. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Cross into the box. Corner number 2 then.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Spread out to the left. Now it's Dani Olmo. Barnes. Pau Kubasi gets a... And there is the half-time whistle. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Barcelona in control at half-time, 2-0. There's the start of the second half. Some resolute defending there. And they're back on the ball again.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Fermin. Koundé has got himself a free kick. De Jong. Bruno Guimaraes. Good, strong midfield running here. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Hall does well to stand firm and defend it. Ferran Torres. Now it's Lopez. Played back in. Ciao. Fermin! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Ciao calmly anticipates. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. So, third corner of the game.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
He's going for goal! Magnificent! That is a gem! An absolute gem! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking.
And he's decided to go for it. Oh, a very decent attempt. Corner number 4 coming up here. And now a sudden chance to counter. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. They're up to 5 corners now. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Newcastle have the chance to go the other way. And he cuts out the supply. Tries to pass it through. Trippier cuts out the pass. And the pass is intercepted. Looking to play him in. That is ended up in no man's land. Chow gets over and intercepts. Now it's Gordon. Now it's Barnes.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Looking for options for movement. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Quality ball. Big chance! And that has been cleared. That is good strength. He tries a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Ferran Torres!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He's found a way through. And the shot! Well, now has a shot! And that is wildly off target.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Out for a throw. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, good-looking ball. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Gordon.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Five minutes left on the clock. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's got away. Can he finish? And the finish!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's caused a worry or two. It's a lucky 7th corner. tries to get it clear. That's a throw. Looking for the run.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Barnes in acres of space out wide. He's shifting through the gate. Oh, he's been caught on it. Chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he thumps it clear. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Barcelona can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly... Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous, it is a perfect ambience for the central characters. Oh, what a mistake! And he's been shifted off it. Dani Olmo going full tilt down the left. He has found the way through. Incoming delivery. Yamal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Szoboszlai wins the duel this time. Nicely weighted ball. Played out to the right. And the pass is intercepted. Eric Garcia.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's found a way through. Now that's well seen too. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Tries to play it through. Good ball, good take. And he's Ekitike! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Knocks it into space. Now it's Ferran Torres. Searching pass he's played there. Kerkez cuts out the pass. So it is still 0-0. Can he get on the end of this? Ferran Torres unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Ekitike, oh, he's bustling through here. It's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Chance! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. He's shifting through the gears here. Referee's given a throw. And it's De Jong. De Jong. Good chance for a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Takes a shot! It's in!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Gol. Marcó en el minuto 32 el dorsal 18.
Liverpool have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And he's worked it through. Now it's Jones. He's picked his way through. No foul, says the referee. Fermin. Now it's Lopez. Oh, that is a good ball. Tries a shot! Well, in for the pieces. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Yamal's cross. Konate with the clearance. Vitz. He is through here. That's a good ball. Gravenberg. And it's slung out wide. Well timed, excellent interception. Eric Garcia. Balde.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Szoboszlai. Gravenberg. And he cuts out the supply. And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are back underway.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, shooting chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Ferran Torres is offering a wry smile there.
This their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Frimpong.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, what has happened? Decent chance! He scores! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
That's an imaginative pass. Engages and forces him off the ball. He's got away. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Yamal.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Szoboszlai, and that has left him in a heap. Couldn't squeeze it through. Jones. Almost an hour gone. Can he finish? Brilliant from Gakpo! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, no joy this time. That's really well cleared. But they've got it again. De Jong. Gakpo. De Jong. And he was quick to react. And it's Jones. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Ekitike! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And he's managed to get free. He's looking wide. Now it's Dani Olmo. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last. Could be danger here. This looks promising. Oh, that's fabulous. A heavy challenge. Hoisted in. De Jong. Balde. For Ferran Torres. Looking for the run. Some resolute defending there. Kerkesh. And a chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And back to the goalkeeper. Szoboszlai aims beyond the defence. Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And they're back on the ball again. Szoboszlai. Can he get it through? And he has been fouled there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Now it's Jones. Dani Olmo.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Gakpo looking to run onto it. Cleared without hesitation. Threads one in. Gakpo. He's been bundled over. That is a foul.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He's having a good look here. Oh, cracking ball. Pedri. Yamal gets a good foot in there. And it's Lopez. Looking for options for movement. He is through here. Alisson breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Barcelona truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem?
Real chance! He's got a goal! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Barcelona give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Kerkesh. Time added on 4 minutes.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He shifted it to the flank. Soboslai. Now who's going to be first to this? Passing is crisp and there goes the final whistle. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them some. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone, the excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction and hopefully the style of contest.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And a chance! Yamal's cross. And the shot! Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And it's Jones. And that is a little undercooked. Jones is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, brilliant from Yamal!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And claimed it back swiftly. Wirtz. Ball's gone out of play. Now it's Jones. Wirtz plays it in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Now it's Lopez, and that could set him on his way. And there's green grass ahead of him. Frimpong gets it clear. Pedri, he's gone for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And now a sudden chance to counter. Searching pass he's played there.
That was lovely, that.
Ekitike! Ekitike! He scores! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Liverpool grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Van Dijk gathers from the goal kick. A probing pass. Good ball over the top. Oh, that's a key interception. Koundé is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Eric Garcia. Pedri. No, it's come to nothing. Gakpo. That's been cut out, well played. Well read, nice interception. Tries to play it through. Oh, this is a great position. Takes a shot! Glorious! A finish right from the top draw. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Liverpool take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. He's not got that quite right. Gravenberg is sharing after that one. That looks a good ball through. This looks promising. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And here's Soboslai. Pedri, played into space. Dani Olmo providing an outlet on that flank. Kirkes. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Oh, nicely intercepted. Gravenberg. Eric Garcia spots it and intercepts. De Jong. Out to the right.
Habrá
Yamal.
2 minutos de descuento.
Looking for the run. And he's managed to get free. Konate gets good distance on it. Wits. That is good alertness. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Yamal. That's going to go a long way. And they're quick to get it back.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Jones. Pedri. Dani Olmo gets into some space. He's shifting through the gears here. Ball is over the line. Wits. Szoboszlai. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Ambitious ball here. Ferrer. Header! It's in! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
De Jong has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. He's had a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Ferran Torres is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity. Barcelona have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus?
Shot a goal! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And the keeper beats it away. He's going for goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Kirkes goes long. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Koundé looking for a runner. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. It's a really well-measured ball. It's a searching pass. Dani Olmo receives it in a good position here. Now that's well seen too. Pedri. That is a great pick out. He has found the way through. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Oh, it's come loose. Dani Olmo absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's
Oh, he's been caught napping. He's picked his way through. And it's Balde.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. They may end up with some regret with this tackle.
And he shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that would have won it.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Barcelona have their third corner. And that has earned a reprieve. Struck first time! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. And they're back on the ball again. De Jong, no way through. That's an imaginative pass. It's run loose here. Now this could be... He's having a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
Now it's Yamal. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he was quick to react. Pass somewhat off target. Gakpo gets flagged offside. Very much into the last knockings. The final 5 minutes. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Barcelona really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Szoboszlai. Kerkesh. Now is this the final assault? Kerkesh unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Szoboszlai. And here's Gakpo. Ekitike. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Nicely shaped ball. That's beautifully weighted. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Ah, he's had it taken off him. Can he get on the end of it? Chance! And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Ferran Torres claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
We have already started here. It's a promising position. Konate attempts a clearance. Ekitike. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before.
He's had a shot! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This for the lead. Never any doubt. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Fermin. De Jong. De Jong!
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Frimpong can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Gakpo. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Yamal's cross.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
That's a nicely weighted pass. They get a throw in. And it's Balde. Konate. Balde, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Fermin bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Liverpool upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Ferran Torres. He's being urged to shoot.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's found a way through. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Gakpo. Great chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He'll try to keep this alive. Good ball, good take. It's gone behind for a goal kick. De Jong. Vermeer. And he was quick to react. Now it's Ferran Torres. Gravenberg. Ekitike. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And the finish! Denied by an instinctive save.
Szoboszlai is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's quick to get it clear again. Knocks it out wide. And it's Szoboszlai. Just eases him off the ball. Pedri. Not the most accurate pass. Pedri is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Nicely weighted ball. Fermin receives it. Goes for a shot! And he hits the net. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
De Jong promptly onto that, and that is that. And the counter is on. And we hit half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So once again, we're underway. Alisson. Dani Olmo finds himself offside. Gravenberg. Van Dijk. Pass somewhat off target. Yamal looking to penetrate opposition lines. And here's Lopez. He has found the way through. Pedri. Now there's a fine ball. Gravenberg. So what can they make of this? Oh, well played, well sorted out. And he's had a hit! Gakpo. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Can he latch on to this? He's picked his way through, and he whips in across. Alisson claims it, safe hands. Wirtz. Gravenberg. De Jong. Passing is crisp and sharp. Threads one in. Chance! It's hit the upright. Now that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 2 then. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Barcelona clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Can he finish? Crossbar comes to the rescue. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Lopez. Pedri. Showing great feet there. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, there's the clearance. He's having a hit! And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Konate. Now it's Ferran Torres. Great ball if he can get there. Shot, surely! Same again, same outcome.
Barcelona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
That is ended up in no man's land. Frimpong. Looking to play him in. Pedri tries to pass it through. Dani Olmo providing an outlet on that flank. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That ball looks a good one. Great ball, and he's in here! Dani Olmo. Pedri goes steaming forward. And he's managed to get free. Drives it in. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And that pass is... Can he finish? That is delicious! A finish of true class! And they're back in front! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
Liverpool go into the lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Kubasi has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Frimpong. He's in space and looking for options. He's got away. And it's Jones. Barcelona are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Pedri. Great vision. Chance for a shot! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Oh, smashing header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And that's it. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Barcelona didn't quite recover from the early blow, Peter, after which they just got stuck in chase mode.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Eric Garcia clears. Aimed beyond the defence. Brilliantly cut out. And now a sudden chance to counter. Great defending, strong and determined. Quality ball. And that has been knocked clear. And he gets rid in a hurry. Pedri. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I think we have another one here who's a member of the Catalan school of total football, and the type of player that is very much their speciality. This guy, Fermin Lopez, you have to wonder what it is with them and elite central midfielders, but he's going to be, if everything works out, that is, he's going to be up there with the best of all.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Dani Olmo is wide and looking to get onto this. Dani Olmo! Oh, that was no routine save.
Dani Olmo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Foot in. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. That pass isn't the best. Eric Garcia. And it's Lopez. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Not the most convincing of passes. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Neither side yet able to find the net. De Jong. That's a little off target, and that's really well manoeuvred. Knocks it out wide. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. He's had it taken off him. And he's had it nicked away. And he's gone looking for safety. And he's picked it up out wide. Out again for a throw-in. Now that looks a decent ball. He's through here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He's shifting through the gears here. De Jong. It's Pedri. Fermin. Oh, this is a terrific run. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Can he get on the end of this? Chance for a shot! And that wasn't far away.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
And he's being shifted off it. Fermin. Kerkez gets it clear. Throw in. And it's De Jong. And he's had a hit! It's a loose ball. Dani Olmo wins the duel this time, showing good feet. Now it's Wirtz. That's a throw. Jones.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's taking no chances there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Van Dijk has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. And it's De Jong. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Now it's Pedri, looking for options for movement. Decent chance! Kerkez with the clearance. Pedri. And he's having a go! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? No, that's been intercepted. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Pass is just off target.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He's got tall! And that has been clubbed away. Szoboszlai. Can he finish? Superb from Szoboszlai! That is a gem! An absolute gem! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Jones. And the shot! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look... Has a shot! And somehow it stayed out.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Ooh, played through for the wide man. And that's out of reach. That is ended up in no man's land. He's a sharp little ball here. Shot, surely! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Liverpool find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Barcelona seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route.
Great chance! He's got a goal! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
Barcelona give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. De Jong. And it's De Jong. Now it's Dani Olmo. And he cuts out the supply. Szoboszlai played into space. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's De Jong. Spread out to the left.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's having a shot! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So now the difference is 3. Tries to pass it through. Now that's well seen too. That's a sharp pass. Liverpool have it back and can go again. Jones. Nicely weighted ball. Eric Garcia calmly anticipates. Dani Olmo. Balde. And it's Olmo. It's Pedri. It's a promising position. Balde, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And here's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo is in a really good position out wide. Can he finish? Oh, crossbar! In he goes again! Oh, the ball's run loose here, and he's following up! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's a fine interception. Kubasi. And we're done. Barcelona cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Konate promptly onto that, and that is that. Great vision. Mbappe! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Shot at goal! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Can he get it through? Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Nicked it back promptly. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He's a sharp little ball here. He has found the way. Shapes to shoot! A real chance and a real let-off.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Camavinga, Mbappe. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Bullish header! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Vinicius Junior.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Madrid are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. And he's heaved it away. Bellingham looking to play him in. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Alisson gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Looking for the run. Great ball if he can get there. Just the goalkeeper to beat. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Szoboszlai. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Camavinga. And he's managed to get free. Well read, nice interception.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Shot, surely! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now that's well seen too. And it's made its way to him. Can he get on the end of this? Bellingham. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's been played through. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! And he's quick to get it clear again. The message is clear. None shall pass. Wits. Well, that pass isn't the best. Aimed to be